actually be us.
So wait, we should put our pants back on then?
Yeah. No. I mean, no. Don't stand and do
We'll
it.
do it live.
Wait, are we live?
We can't.
Yeah.
No, we're
Yeah.
not. Oh, hello. Oh, I guess we are.
Oh, great.
Hi. Yeah. So welcome to the Uncommon Trust presents Legacy of Kairos. We're going to be bringing back some old friends you might know. And I guess the first thing, let's introduce everybody because we don't have a ton of time. We're going to get right down to it. So I am B. Dave Walters. I write a little comic called Dungeons & Dragons: A Darkened Wish. I'm on a little show called Vampire the Masquerade LA by Night. And I also DM a show that was very, very close to my heart called Theogony of Kairos. So we're bringing back... So we are bringing back some of those characters and situations who they've actually already had some hijinks this week, which we'll get back to. But for now, the introductions, your name and who you're playing.
Yes, I am Sam DeLev, and I will be playing Tails, the human cleric wizard.
I'm Alcuin Gersh, and I'm playing Thorn Nightshade, the paladin sorcerer.
I'm D'Artagnan Italiano, and I'll be playing Vakiel, the Azamar Horizon Walker Ranger.
It's a
Horizon Walker.
It's a new thing.
Texas Walker Ranger.
Walker Ranger Horizon.
I am Ash Minnick, and I will be playing Alnar Bandia, the Fire Genasi Warlock. Fire!
I'm Mark Meir, and I will be playing Baloth Baratul, Drow Sorcerer, and Lord of the gladiatorial glory known as the Black Pits.
He's fancy.
He's very fancy.
Black Pit, very good, very good.
And Miss Melee Damage will be joining us to steal a phrase, dramatically appropriate time, playing the Solar Angel Vaith. So this is actually, again, part 2 of something that happened as a part of our participation in Jasper's Game Day, which if you haven't seen yet, I mean, come on, keep up. We'll post a link, it's fine. But maybe we should give them like a quick recap of what happened to you guys so far today. Do we have any volunteers of who would like?
I vote for Bela.
Yes, I will
I'd
be.
like to see Baloth's take on this.
I will be recaptain.
Oh, then yes, please.
My recaptain.
My recaptain. Bailoff, please give the audience an overview of how you came to meet our fine fellowship and how you came to be where you are.
Well, as I recall, the hero of our story, chaotic evil drow, Baloth Baratul, was minding his own business, putting people to death in the Black Pits, watching them battle against magnificent monsters imported from all areas of the Underdark, when suddenly a disturbance was felt. Not a disturbance in the force, more of a wrinkle in the weave, if you will. And these individuals appeared. Beings of incredible power I could sense, power I could exploit. I immediately offered a chance for them to become the star attractions of the Black Pits. Now, given their power level, I knew that most of my monsters wouldn't present much of a challenge, so I suggested a, shall we say, WWF-style scenario in which they would pretend to lose, then make a face, rip their shirt, and win. But before we could go any further in our negotiations, a strange disturbance, a ripple, if you will, was felt from further in the Underdark. Using the senses of our companions, I accompanied them to find out what was what, knowing that perhaps some new monsters might be obtained for the Black Pits, and constantly working on them to sign a contract with me. Does that about cover it?
You left out the part where you run away.
Oh, yes, I did get frightened by a cloaker, but bravery is for paladins. Now, I should mention that all of these creatures that were being disturbed by the same kind of eldritch manifestation included cloakers, chokers, and chools.
Oh my.
Yes. We made short work of them, however, particularly this one over here, Tails. I believe you unleashed a meteor swarm that made short work of, well, everything.
Those meteors came out of nowhere. I have no idea what you're talking about. It was awesome.
Meaty.
Or...
And now we find ourselves standing before a portal to who knows where.
Standing before a portal to who knows where.
Adventure, that's where.
Is that not the best description of life I've ever heard, by the way? Standing before a portal to who knows where?
Portals always go somewhere good. Otherwise, why would you build a portal going somewhere?
It's true. It'd be a one-way portal.
No.
What if it goes somewhere evil? Like,
Oh.
Like here.
Oh.
Florida. No.
We might have accidentally ended up in the underworld today. That is true. Maybe that has happened.
Oh, is this the Nine Hells?
The upper level. It's like the Beverly Hills. That's where we are.
Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills.
I prefer my planes a little more chaotic, but very well.
So you all have found yourself fresh on the heels of glorious battle where someone may or may not have unleashed eldritch devastation, and before you looms a portal, a glowing, but it's not like a door that someone has built. It's like a rip in space and time, and it's like, to you especially, Vakiel, it very much feels wrong. It is like literally like a hole has been punched. In fact, give me an investigation check. Just roll me a 20 for what you can see. Actually, roll with advantage because you're good at this.
All right, cool.
Roll with advantage because you're supposed to be good at this.
That works out.
Yeah.
10.
It's 9 points better.
That is 9 points better.
So what does that leave us with?
Well, do I have anything? What am I doing?
I will give you since this is your jam, investigation.
Oh yeah, I'm proficient
perception,
and +7. Yeah.
nature,
All right,
whichever is your best thing. You can apply
so I got +7. Yeah, 17.
because you understand on a spiritual level.
Ooh,
as
I
you
feel
are
it in my soul.
You do, you really do. As you're looking at this again, it's just wrong. It's like the boundary's been damaged. It's not like this was a hole that was cut on purpose. It's not like an opening that was carved. It's just like this is traumatic.
It's plain to see.
So we're done here, folks. That's it. We're plain to see. Thank you, Alquin, for ending the campaign for us. This has been the Uncommon Trust. Right. Okay.
We always knew it was going to end this way.
That's true.
I had an inkling.
Honestly, it began this way, so it's very simple. Yes. So Vakiel,
Okay.
you comprehend that like this is wrong and traumatic.
I think we should wait for Alna. I can cast us a house to rest in, and we can get her.
Yeah, I think right now we need to
We
maybe
need a firepower.
fall back and prepare a little bit better for this.
You're
Otherwise-
underselling how cool your house is as well.
Thank you.
Does anyone have some iron rations with them? I love iron rations.
Very possibly. I'd like to cast Tails Terrific Terrarium.
So what does Tails Terrific Terrarium look like?
Library. It was always going to be a library. The tables are bookshelves, and there's a top. And the furniture has books in it. It is very bookish.
A bit of a bibliophile, eh?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, that is quite a tome.
This is where the meteor swarms come out of. It needs to be big to fit all of the meteor swarms.
Not much for book learning myself. I'm a sorcerer after all. But this is a very nice place. And tell me, who is actually present among us?
Actually, one quick question before that. Does your library approximate the library that you went to when you got the book, or is it a different library?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Does it have flying books and things in there like the planar library you went to?
Those are the servants.
Your unseen service books. So,
Oh,
yes.
that's quite seen.
That is
I
true.
see you, flying book.
That's,
I see you.
and don't trust them, right? As you all are discussing this, you realize Vaith has appeared.
Hello.
Oh, hello again.
How are you all doing this
Hi.
evening?
Doing well. Where did you go to?
I've been off trying to jog my memory still. Good fly for Solar every now and then tries to jog a little bit of the memory.
Of course.
Not sure I got much out of it, but nonetheless, here I am.
Well, welcome back. And since we're all gathered, have you given any further thought to my offer?
I forgot what the offer was.
Oh,
Is that bad?
Stardust!
Was I supposed to remember?
We fight a lot and murder a lot of beasties and probably also people.
There was a pit of death
Is that
involved.
is that before the portal thing? Because we're going in the portal, right?
We're going in the portal.
Oh, we'll
thing.
go in the portal, sure, but I'm talking about afterwards. You gotta keep your eyes on the future, kid. You've got star potential.
I'm glad you see that.
Yes,
You're
you in
already a
particular.
star without fighting.
Yes.
You
yes.
don't need to murder lots of things to be a star.
I mean, some fighting might make my star shine brighter, though, right?
How much
Yes,
are you
portal
offering?
fighting, not
Yeah.
black pits fighting.
Yeah, we're
right?
doing the portal fighting.
Oh, yes,
We'll
yes.
talk about the
we'll
other
get
stuff
that. We'll get
afterwards.
that. You wanted to know what was on the table. Well, gold, of course, but also magical items. Back at the Black Pits, there is a vendor, and I can promise you the cream of his crop.
At a substantial discount, I'm hoping.
Oh, for free. A gift, of course.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. We'll take that then.
Consider it a signing bonus. Question, DM. Is our Fire Genasi friend present?
She is not present yet. I'm about to get to that very thing. Just one quick question, Bailoth. Just now, what you said to them, was that true?
That was completely true. No, it was. It was true. I think that these people could bring in a crowd that I've never seen before. I've already got plainer travelers, demigods, and whatnot coming by to peruse the wares of the Black Pits. But with these champions, oh, maybe we could be televised.
Faith, while Bailoth is rambling, and again, you have an innate sense of when someone is not being truthful with you, and even though what he's saying seems so outlandish and insane, at least he believes it. Like, it is not deceptive in any way.
Yeah, I am outlandish and insane.
But one thing that you've recognized also is the closer you get to this portal, again, it's more like just like a rip has been blown in the fabric of reality. Something about it is particularly unsettling to you. So both Vakiel and Vaith, the two of you are just like, it shouldn't be this way. Like, it's not right.
Do you feel that as well?
Do you have experience with portals a lot?
To be honest with you, I can't remember for the life of me.
Awesome.
I don't think it's ringing a bell.
Well, there's one way to find out.
Okay.
And also, first person through has first rights to anything cool on the other side. So I am going through the portal.
I thought we were in.
We're waiting for
wait.
Anna, we're
Oh,
waiting,
yes,
we're
sorry.
waiting.
Thorn, take a couple steps back from the portal. I know you're getting anxious right now, but we need to make sure
It's
we're
been a year.
fully
We
ready.
haven't seen each other. It's time for some
So you
adventure.
instantly want to go and kill yourself?
I'm not going to kill myself. I'm going on to glory.
Firepower.
Yes, yes.
We need firepower. We need Ulnar.
Yeah.
When
Tails is right.
you
We do need-
say
we do
the
need
words,
firepower.
we need firepower, we need Ulnar, like the entire sanctum starts to like shake in a way that you're like, I didn't, what? Sanctum, what are you doing?
I did not place this pocket dimension in an earthquake-prone location.
And it starts to like heat up and like the room starts to physically get hot.
Oh, it's getting hot in here.
Take off all your clothes.
Oh, all right.
Goodness gracious. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Well, you're the landlord, aren't you?
Arcana.
Sure, roll it.
None of this is
34.
flammable, right?
So you're like, hey, I think I know what the whoa, and flame erupts, and Ulnar, you are standing in the middle of a place you recognize as Tails' sanctum, but you're not supposed to be here.
Not again.
Hi.
Hey.
We were just talking about how we needed you.
That's lovely. Did you bring me here?
I didn't. Maybe house.
I
You
was
didn't bring Ulnar, did you?
definitely in the middle of something.
Yeah, welcome to
somewhere
my life,
else.
by the way.
I don't want your life.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Who is this curious new contender? You see before you a drow sorcerer dressed in black. I apologize for not painting myself purple.
This is our new friend.
Friend, manager, who's gonna
No one
quibble?
has signed yet.
Yes, yes. Business associate.
Hello, I'm Bailoth the Entertainer. So delightful to make your acquaintance, and I sense that you are on the same level of power as these fantastic folks. What is your name, my dear?
My name is Alnar.
Alnar. Yes, that's going to look great up in lights on the marquee.
I don't like him. I don't.
Okay, finally, someone was.
Oh, no one really likes their manager.
Manager?
It's just there's a funny portal that's making Vakiel and Vaith feel funny, and we needed.
All right, let's go.
Well, no, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. If our desires were truly being met, then Jayu would be here. And Jayu is not here, is he?
I've been here the entire time, Thorn.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Who
He's
said
been
that?
standing next to you this whole time.
Good, good. You're late.
He's standing. Jiao Yu, your gnome, your gnomish squire, is standing. Basically, a stack of books have been built up, and then another stack of books have been built up to basically make like a lectern. And his like telescoping lenses are like click clacking, looking at something. He's like, Thorn, you told me to wait right here. I've been here the entire time.
Oh.
Oh, hi.
Oh, well.
Hello, small spectacled man.
This
And
is
he
my
pulls them all the way out
seneschal.
like, to the length of
Jiao Yu.
his little gnome arms. He's like, "You're a drow. Oh, I've never met a drow. Oh wow."
All right, that's enough.
Right.
No, but Thorn, are all elves beautiful? I mean, look at him. It's
Not
just
as much as me, but yes, it's a trend.
No, of course. No, of course, right. Yeah.
Oh, this is your servant, your lackey, your...
One
Hey,
of,
this
one of
squire.
many. Not even my best one, honestly. But
No, I can tell.
Not very can hear
Lord.
you. That's rude.
He does like click his little glasses back in when you say that. He's like,
You do a lovely job.
anyway, we brought you here. Oh, well, you've been waiting here for certain death.
"What?
Right, are we going to go through the portal or are we waiting for more people to show up?
I believe that some of us need to rest and recover. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes, you see, I always make sure my stars have all the rest they need. Can I get you anything from craft services? Najim! Suddenly, from his ring, a djinn materializes. He doesn't look that pleased, but he's sort of floating there.
When the djinn appears, you hear the voice in your head go, Alnar, like, amateurs.
I've never met someone else with a gin, though. That's quite clever.
Oh, this is Najim. Don't mind him. He has to do whatever I say. Now, can I get you anything? Coffee, tea, milk?
Wait, is he your
Three
slave?
more wishes.
Oh, not my slave so much
I know
as
how this
my indentured servant. Consider him an intern.
I guess I have one of those too, so I can't.
I'm no intern.
Do you get paid?
Shut up.
Now then, refreshment, anyone?
Sure, your finest and rarest vintage.
Yes, some wine for you, and...
I'm all set. We've got food in the terrarium.
Oh,
Isn't there a
Najim is
rule about
quite the
hidden things?
culinary
Well,
genius.
you are old enough to drink, are you not?
Yes.
Yeah, then we're good.
Okay.
Yes, anything else? Just some wine for now, I think, Najim. Najim conjures some very, very fine wine and then disappears. He doesn't like to stick around longer than he needs to.
So we'll take our rest.
Again, you'll take your rest. Elnar, you do hear inside your head, infinite power, and this buffoon conjures snacks.
Some people need snacks as well, occasionally. I'm more upset that I've got transported here for a cocktail party. But I guess I'll just hang out.
It's not a cocktail party. It's a cocktail party followed by incredible risk.
Oh, cocktail party, that's right. Najim, some hors d'oeuvres, please.
Oh, no, you can't. It's in Infernal.
Yeah.
I can speak in front of you.
Dang it, so you can understand me.
Canapé?
I think you can all probably speak Infernal.
Go on.
True, you
so
do
powerful.
understand,
Oh, is it?
yeah.
That's canapés.
I mostly go by the body language when dealing with devils.
I'm good.
Oh, all right. More for me, huh?
Oh no, I'm watching my figure.
When you offer me, I'd like
good.
immediately go over and start eating food from Tails's and just kind of stare at you the whole time.
Yeah, the sort of hors d'oeuvre tray is sort of prepared with a little more Middle Eastern flair.
My favorite.
I do love Najim's cooking.
I'm going to set it down.
Vaith, are you going to eat any of the genie food, or are you going to eat any of the food at all?
I do not trust a man with a death pit who wants us to fight for our own darkness or whatever it is that we
Well,
achieve.
you can trust me or no, but I didn't make this stuff. Najim did, and he is a truly good soul.
He's your friend and I don't trust him.
Oh, he's not my friend.
When you say he's not my friend, Najim just sort of looks at you quietly and is like,
I still say no. My good sense tells me no.
Very well, Najim, I'm afraid you failed. Take this stuff away.
and it all disappears. So you all are going to take your long rest.
Long rest.
Okay.
Feels so
Yeah, that's actually how we do it.
That is how it is. That's our diddly-doo long rest. Yeah. Unless anyone wanted to do anything during that time, we're just gonna
Just
say
this.
past. Yeah, we're gonna. Okay.
I'd say that Baylot sort of maintains the constant stream of everything that he can offer them. What fantastic dressing rooms there are at the Black Pits. The rider, there'll be green M&Ms in the dressing room, etc., etc.
I get more annoyed with him each time.
I liked him better at first. I think you're right, it's grating after a while.
I check
Thorn.
in on Alnar.
You're jumping on the bandwagon of not liking Bailoff. Well, welcome.
No, I like Bailoff just fine.
I'll be your driver,
I just feel like, we've already got a shadow sorcerer, is what I'm saying.
During these negotiations, Bailoff takes note of the equipment that they're all carrying and sort of making reference to the much better equipment that could be easily available for free if they were assigned.
I will say one thing Bailoth notices, even though you've seen their demonstrable power, they don't have a lot of external trappings. They really don't.
Some of us have very cool daggers, though.
The great swords, excellent lacy masks, but it's you would expect more. You've been a lot of places and you met a lot of people, and normally people that you see wielding this sort of power are literally sitting on mountains of gold, and they don't seem to be.
Yes.
Hashtag goals.
So really focusing on the monetary end of things and also the material rewards that would come from working for the Black Pits.
Because that's clearly important to us.
Tails, I believe you said you wanted to ask Alnar something?
Yeah, I'm just going to bring some incredibly scaldingly hot tea over to you and just set it down next to you and
I
sit
gulp it,
nearby with my book in case maybe you want to talk. But if you don't, that's also fine, and I can sit here and read a book nearby.
I sit silently next to you, waiting for you to say something, and when you don't, I just keep drinking the tea.
That's fair. My charisma's 9.
It's very on brand. No, this is all scans with you guys' relationship. Yes. Right.
I
The
do
tea is hot today.
I do have a question. Should I fetch a spell before we go? If you have any advice on.
I mean, we could maybe try to fix Faith's memory.
I would appreciate that.
A greater
Be very
restoration
nice.
might do that. It does it when I cast modify memory, which I never would do. I just happen to have the book spell in my book.
All right, yeah. I would like a greater restoration, please.
I'd rather fetch this than cocktail weenies.
I'll never ask you to fetch cocktail weenies, as I don't know what they are.
And disappears.
And Tails describes in detail the history of cocktail weenies.
A moment later, the realization, the knowledge does in fact flood into your mind, when he brings you new spells, it actually sends a cold chill down your neck, which is weird. That's usually not the benchmark of you all's relationship, but for whatever reason, it is like, but it's like, it would be cold and clammy anyway, but based on your fiery nature, it's especially like, thanks, I guess.
Right.
Typically, I'll not have
Angel
no chill.
person,
Yes.
I'm going to try a thing. Is that okay?
Do it. I'm ready. Will it hurt?
I could.
You're gonna
So
find out.
glary.
That's true.
Yes.
So that's 18.
For your greater restoration?
Also, I don't have that spell. So
It's just a casting spell.
It just does a thing, but I like rolling dice. Like higher numbers might make it more better.
Hi, Ma.
Yeah, when in doubt, roll a die. But when do you? So, how do you touch her? Do you just like do you?
Oh, I'm going to put out my hand, and a wee little a fireball comes out and turns into an angel, and the angel flies towards her and flies around her head, and then goes in. But it's not like fire into her head. It just sort of wisps away.
When this happened, I assume you let it happen.
Yes.
Okay, right.
Of course.
You're not like roll initiative. Yeah. Okay. So when this happens, the haze parts just for a split second, and you just hear, Faith, no, 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 don't, stop! In like thunderous, like explosive, like cacophonous, thunderous boom that you don't really, I've never heard before or since. And all of this seems very familiar. This rift that before was just wrong, you're like, wait a minute, I know this. I've seen this.
I think I may have done an oopsie. Somebody was telling me to stop doing something. Still not entirely sure what it is I was doing. Apparently, it was not good. But this is striking.
You've been incredibly helpful.
A little bit of a chord.
Wait, are you saying you're responsible for this entire situation?
No, I can't say that. I have no idea.
It did
But
sound like she was saying that.
I was.
That was
It
also
sound
the
like-
implication.
I
of
I
all.
picked
feel
that up. I
like
thought
I
it was
was
the subtext.
there when this. Whatever
So
this is.
you made this happen?
I don't know.
You made this portal?
I don't know.
I mean, I'll be honest, it's more my brand than yours.
that also checks out.
we
I have
know
no
her
idea.
brand?
Well, it's
I
glowy.
don't think she knows her brand.
She
Glowing
threw a
is-
sword earlier, which was all right, I guess.
That was fun.
Right. So are we going to go through the Faith Made portal or?
Yeah, again, unless
I
unless
don't
anybody
know
has
if I
anything
made
else
it.
to do during the rest time, where
Yeah.
This was a long rest we took.
it
yeah.
was
Yeah.
a long rest, yes.
That was a long rest.
True. So yes, we're on the other side of it. All right. So do you all want to go through the portal?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, again, I
yes.
call it portal more like desolate Kraken reality, but
Kraken reality?
Yeah.
You mean a reality where everyone's a Kraken?
Everyone rolls Kraken dice.
You know, you've now spoiled the adventure. There's
Oh,
no need to go through the portal. You know what's on the other
Will
side.
we be Krakens on the other side too?
Squids as far as the eye can see. That's
Very
what's,
well.
that's what's on the other
I'm
side.
glad it won't be crack-a-lacking.
So
We
while
got Fred.
everybody's discussing whether or not to go in the portal, I would like to hide in plain sight, but take all these books and make camouflage out of them and run through the portal. That's I want to be covered in books.
No one will think you're not a book.
So
They just guys-
running through a portal.
if he takes the books out of your magnificent mansion, do they cease to exist, or are they real books?
They're going to vanish out. They
Yes.
belong in
I
the
was hoping that
terrarium.
would happen, to be
It
honest.
belongs in a museum.
So, but my understanding is, I feel like everybody wants to go through the portal. Is there any particular order in which you want to go through?
I'm first. We've already established this.
I'm already sprinting.
Just
Yeah,
go
I
right
like
there.
YouTube
What's up?
comments.
What?
Right.
I will misty step.
I can do that too.
You
So,
can't do that dimensionally.
Vakiel, you do in fact beat feet through, and when he runs through, it just sort of like crackles for a second, but then just stays there. Like, you know, there's no screaming and sprays of blood or anything. It's just.
That's
That's nice. I'm glad.
Okay.
I light up my hand and walk through.
Okay.
Fire.
Okay. Is there anyone that doesn't want to go through?
Bailoff wishes to go through, but he'll hang back near the rear. He'll be mounting his carpet again.
Who wants to go through last?
Not very last.
You want to go through last?
Oh, sure, why not?
Okay. All right. So as you all make it through, on the other side, again, you've journeyed through the Underdark, fighting horrible creatures of all shapes and sizes, and you come through on the other side, and you see a place of almost unspeakable magnificence. It is gorgeous. It is the most beautiful, fertile forest you've ever seen in your life. Like huge, tall, sprawling redwoods, and off in the distance there is a gargantuan white tree. Like the tree itself is the size of a mountain. Its limbs go up into the sky, like up beyond the clouds. Like you have no idea how tall this tree really is. Vakiel, this place just feels awesome. In Vaith, the moment you step through, this is home. Like, this is home.
Question: Is it daylight?
It is very daylight.
Bailoff will immediately put on his goggles of day, shielding his eyes from the sun.
This feels incredibly alien to you. Like, again, to continue the squid illusion, it's like if a squid had to suddenly fly on a 747. That's how, like, it's not hurting you, but you're like, everything in you is like, this is not me at all.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit queasy, but the goggles of day will remove the disadvantage in some light.
Okay, so
Yeah,
where
big
are
tree.
we?
Big tree, yes.
Do you believe this
that
is
is
my
obviously
home?
a landmark.
Wait, I'm sorry. This is your home?
All seems very familiar to me, and I feel like I've seen that tree before. I feel very, very cozy and warm inside. I'm going to go ahead and say that this is probably it. This is where I belong. This is where I am from.
Oh, no, are we on one of the upper planes? Ugh, no wonder my skin's crawling.
While you're sure, actually, all of you can make knowledge checks, or whatever planar knowledge would apply.
Arcana?
You can roll with advantage, Vakiel, because this is
Same
your,
for me?
Yeah.
Adding
You, Vaith, you know this place, but you are having difficulty like forming it into like words that they can understand. You know what I mean? Like these like glowing concepts of what this is are appearing in your mind, but it's like, yeah, this is like what did you get when you rolled?
14.
14. All right.
No.
Yeah, you're like, I rolled to disbelieve. You're like, I'm going home.
It's too sparkly, I can't focus.
Yeah, same.
19.
19,
18.
18,
17 Arcana.
17 Arcana.
Look at it, 19.
It's basically you all start kind of like, you're like, is this the upper plains? You're like, well, it's home. I know the pale tree. You're like, I've heard of some places. This is definitely Arborea, the upper plain of Arborea. And in fact, you've heard of a place, Vekiel, you've never been, that is specifically pale tree, which is a specific like subplane here, which there is a gargantuan pale tree. You, Vaith, know that the lord of this place, whose name still, it's not quite there, you know the tree is a temple to him. It's where everybody goes to worship him. And you also know that he himself is usually not there, but it still doesn't quite, not quite there.
So the tree is very important. I feel maybe we could go look there and see if anybody has seen the person that I feel like I'm looking for, but I feel like he will not be there. Maybe we
trees-
can snoop around.
The tree's
a bit.
important, so we should
This is
destroy it,
very,
yes?
very. No,
That is
no.
the opposite
Oh.
of what I needed you to get from that sentiment.
This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, if you're from here, why would you open a portal to near the Black Pit?
You
Oh,
guess
pits,
it's
the other way.
There's more than one.
Oh yeah, maybe someone was fleeing from the Black Pit.
No, pits, again, please, plural.
Oh.
It's a franchise.
Also, it did seem like she was saying it was a mistake she did. So perhaps she was fleeing or something and made the portal to the Black Pits, and then this cool place with the big tree got invaded by Black Pit people. What sort of people are down there exactly?
Oh, a variety. We're a very big tent, but gods, this place makes my gums ache. Let's wrap up here so we can get somewhere
Yeah, I mean,
else.
there's obviously only one place we can go, but having said that, are they going to be okay with those of us who are a bit more decadent?
I guess we find out.
Pragmatic is the word you're looking for.
It can be both things.
All of you make perception checks.
Wow, again.
22.
Okay?
13.
Okay.
Something way above 20.
14.
Like 26?
17.
17?
That's 25.
25? I was
Back
so
heel.
close. I'll get good
Wait,
at math.
25?
Yeah, I got 25.
What did you get?
I got 13.
Vakiel, you're being watched. So again,
okay.
this is it's incredibly dense forest. Now, you all may. It's thorn. It's Jiao Yu. He's just staring at you. Yeah.
It's not full.
It's not thorn. That is correct. So you all might remember your hometown of Erlebnis, which seems a distant memory now, based off the things you've been through,
So long.
was very similar to what here on the prime material plane we would call the Pacific Northwest. So this place is not so dissimilar from home, but again, this is more redwoody and less like
Oregon.
piney, you know. But this isn't like to you all. You're like, this is kind of familiar.
This is what I've been pining for.
I'm going to leave that there.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. But it is just, it is still strange. In Vakiel, but it's very very dense woodland. In Vakiel, again, you know, being watched. No one else really figures it. but you do.
I put my flames away from my hands because the trees.
Thank you. So we're moving forward toward the.
I'm not gonna say anything about it.
You're not going to mention
I'm just
anyone
gonna-
that you're
I'm just
being
gonna know
watched?
that we're being
Cool,
watched.
cool. Ambush, ambush, ambush. Cool. Right. So,
Bailoff is, of course, sitting cross-legged on his flying carpet, just hovering about 5 feet off the ground or so.
you got to stay on brand, yes.
Oh yeah, he's extra. Did we mention?
I picked up on that.
Oh, good. It took me a while.
I'm also smoking a hookah, so I'm vaping constantly.
So you're carrying a hookah with you.
Oh, I pulled it out of the pouch.
As he's doing this, I'm taking my wing and I'm just kind of batting the hookah smoke in the opposite direction. Do you have to?
I'm standing in the vape cloud trying to look dramatic.
So, while they're messing around in this cloud of vapeness, it's just that giant tree that's in front, right?
It is some distance through the forest. So, I mean, again, it's very dense forest, and imagine like it's woods around a mountain. Like, I mean, the tree is almost incomprehensibly big. Like, it shouldn't exist in a world that had physics, but you know, the plane exists for the tree, right? So you all could walk towards it. You're not quite sure how long it would take you to get there, but it is basically straight ahead. Yes.
Can I climb one of the trees real quick and get like just kind of see if I can see who's watching me maybe and
Sure.
perceive that?
Again, so are you going to say anything, or are you just going to beat feet up a tree?
I'm just gonna beat feet up a tree.
I will probably ask you about that.
Perception 22 did not clue me in on anything, yes?
No, because this place is already weird. Like,
Yes.
I mean, you're just like, yeah, something weird's happening, but I knew that once I got here. Yeah, like it doesn't give you any more insight. But you are very sure this place is weird.
Yes. Is the hookah calming me down a little bit?
Would it normally?
Yes, it's somewhat. It's not. I won't be
Right.
incapacitated or
Right.
anything, but it will be somewhat calm.
Yeah.
Yes. Takes the edge off.
Exactly. We don't want anything to harsh Balot's mellow. That is
Exactly.
true. Yes.
Exactly.
What do you ask him, Alnar?
What are you doing?
It's like getting up into the tree. Nothing. Don't worry about it. I'm just getting my eyes on the situation. Just gonna take a quick look.
Oh, good
Everything.
idea. I'm going to Misty Step on up the tree.
Give me either athletics or acrobatics, whichever's higher.
All right. Well, if I fail, just know that I'm gonna use a portal.
It's true.
15.
Okay,
Athletics.
that's enough. I mean,
I got 20.
It's got big old thick branches, and you misty
Athletics
step
doesn't
up.
have
And
anything.
Vaith, are you walking on the ground? Are you flying?
Oh
Are
no,
you-
I'm going to fly up next to him and go, what you doing?
Just looking around. It's odd that all of a sudden you guys are really concerned with what I'm doing.
While
No,
you,
it was just a good idea.
Okay.
Bailoff joins them. So what's up?
and you're still smoking the hookah.
Yeah, smoking a hookah, sitting
So-
cross-legged on the carpet, wearing large
Just
sunglasses.
higher.
So again,
And we're just all looking in the same direction he is.
Vakiel,
Like that I'm
you
trying
know-
to be sneaking, like look around, like, hi guys.
Yeah, Vakiel does this amazing scramble up the tree. Tails just appears. Vaith floats up. Drow Aladdin comes up also.
Is one side of the tree in shadow?
It's so big you could find shadows.
are we all doing
Shadow
this
walking
now?
up that
How
tree.
we're doing this.
It is a very sunny day, but again, there's so many branches and you can find patches of
Feeling
shadow
left
anywhere.
out. What's going on up here, bud?
Just
We're
like I said
taking a look.
Okay.
before.
Yeah, no,
Looking.
a flame comes out of my hands and I just propel myself up.
Human torch.
All right. Well, since you guys are up here, I'm just gonna tell you anyway. I feel like we're being watched. I didn't want to freak you out.
What,
I just
we're being
wanted to-
watched?
You
I
can
just,
trust us.
yeah.
You can trust us.
It freaks me out that you didn't tell us we were being
What is
watched.
it?
And right when Balot says that, you hear,
Do I know which direction it came?
Heads?
Jayu, was that you?
Do I know which direction it came from?
you can make another perception check. You all can. You all heard it.
Did you leave your baby here?
There it is.
Maybe that hookah is interfering with my perception. Natural one. I just went back for another hit.
Yeah, right. It's not so much you don't hear it, so much as you don't care.
I don't care.
Right.
31.
Oh, okay. You, Tails, are like,
Weird flex, but okay.
you're like exactly 17 feet away on a branch, one tree over. Someone sneezed. Also,
See,
I
no,
apologize
look where
for
I'm
deafening
pointing.
you all, scrambling with my
Look
mic.
where I'm pointing.
I'm gonna zap over there.
I was gonna say the same. If I could. I got 15. I don't know if that tells me where it is.
Well,
I'm pointing.
Once
Oh, you're
once
pointing?
Tails is like
Perfect.
literally right there.
I'm gonna, okay, if I could.
You know,
Shall we all just appear around the tree?
No, I'm
As
going right
intimidating
here.
as possible.
Once you all get over
They're
to
like,
the
"What's
tree,
up?"
yes, in your assorted super metal ways, you all see a very small elven child. And she's like,
I am not adopting you.
I will.
And he's already got one.
she's got
I don't need another.
She's got jet brown skin. She's almost the same color as the trees, and her hair is green. So she like very much like blends in here. But she's scrawny, but she's scrawny in like a lithe, live off the land sort of way, not like in an I'm starving sort of way. You know? And when you all appear, it's like,
Yeah, I'm just gonna get like right on top, arm on her throat, and why are you watching us?
so you're gonna like
Yes, I
bow
wanna
up on
be-
a child.
yeah.
I
I
say
like
in
this
Sylvan,
kid's style.
I say in Sylvan, who sent you?
Does anyone else speak Sylvan?
I have common languages.
Right. I mean,
I just have
active,
Elvish.
I mean,
Yeah, because I have the goggles.
Speak Elvish.
The glasses.
I don't know if that's the same.
right.
Not Elvish, but Sylvan.
You do speak Sylvan is the language.
I speak both.
No, Elvish,
Right.
sorry.
I know
Right.
Elvish. That's
Sylvan?
do as well.
You do? So you, Thorn, start speaking Sylvan, which you, Vaith, understand. What does Sylvan sound like, Mr.
Yeah, we
Nightshade?
need accents for this
No,
one.
it's all the.
Yes.
It's like Elven but lispier.
Right. It is like
Castilian, got it.
Yeah.
Barcelonan,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Latin-
Barcelona elves.
Right.
Barcelona Elven.
When you say that, the child's eyes do like look right at you, even though it's like getting like bowed up against the tree, and it's like, you speak our language.
It is my language.
Could you put down the tree urchin, please?
What's your AC,
I let it
Vakiel?
16.
At that exact second, an arrow goes.
Can I do the missile snaring?
Yes, you can. In fact, I won't even make you roll for it. So yes, an arrow comes hurtling straight at your face, and Vakiel nopes it out of the air.
Yeah.
And
thank
you
you.
look, and you can see the same thing. It is very well made, but it is very crudely made. Like it's like the shaft has been worked basically just enough to fly. The head of it is stone. You know, it's got feathers for the fletching. It is not, it is not like a heavily machined thing.
Where did that come? I want to look back the vector whence it came.
Me too.
Give me perception with advantage. You all can. Go.
Meanwhile, I think I'm still trying to
Okay.
enthrall this
nat 20.
this young elf.
17.
No, well, Vakiel's 20 is plenty for
28.
everybody.
24.
Which I didn't say this. Normally I start with this. We have a house rule at this table that 20 always succeeds and 1 always fails, even on skill checks. So, Vakiel, across the way, and also
Ooh,
you
he
spot
got a
this
nat
too.
20.
A nat 20, yes. So like you know what they had for breakfast, basically. On another tree
Smells
across the way,
delicious.
you all see a group of 5 other elves that look like this, but they're adults. It's 3 men and 2 women, and the one standing with a bow that is now empty is a woman, and they look just like her, but older. And the same thing, they've got feathers and beads and like things like woven all around them, and again, they're all just like shredded down to the bone, basically.
Can I
Yes.
cast?
Are any of these people like ringing a bell at all to like strike anything in my memory? Do I recognize any of them since we're kind of back in my homeland?
You're like, yeah, there's wild elves here. Like you're
But
like,
do I personally know any
you
of
do
them?
not know them as individuals. But
Okay.
the fact that there are wild elves in these trees, like right when you look at them, you're like, yeah, of course that's who it is. Yeah. Which I don't know if you want to volunteer that.
When
Question is
I
the-
do.
Yeah. No, no.
Sorry.
Wild elves, basically.
I'd like to cast suggestion on this child, and suggest, tell your friends that we are their friends and to stop attacking us.
Why didn't we just tell them?
She says to you in Sylvan, I'll tell them if he'll stop hurting me.
I wasn't hurting you.
I haven't even hurt you. I'm just holding you.
You
tried
said
to
put
try to
her
kill
elbow
me.
in her throat.
Yeah, this is
Against
not
the
hurting.
tree.
All right, this is holding the place. I'm holding,
Right.
Bailoff
She
will
said
float
she
up.
was hurting. She was hurting. Okay.
I barely touched her.
Bailoff will float up to where the child is being restrained in a very, very safe manner, and just say, "Okay, baby Groot, call off your compadres, or we'll barbecue them."
she just like looks at you and like is like her eyes widen like terror because she's like, you're like her but not. And
He's
she just said to you,
joking.
what is that?
I had this, Bailoff. I had this. Soft power, please.
Very well. You know best.
I'd
so
actually
you-
like to
yes.
Misty step in so I can sort of in between Vakiel's arm and the tree next to the elf kid so I can use my body weight to sort of shove that and break the grapple.
Okay, can I just do a reaction to tell
Sure, but again, to be clear, so you all are on one tree where you have this child accosted, and essentially a tree across the way, there's a band of armed
Across
adults.
from the accost.
Right.
While they're
Yeah.
dealing with how to hold down a
Extricate the
child,
innocent
Yeah.
child.
I'm just gonna fly over to the other elves and sit on a tree next to them.
When you fly over, they all shoot their arrows, and like some of them just like fly past. One of them like hits you and just like burns to ashes, like, and they're like,
No, it's fine. We're not gonna hurt you. Also, if you tried to hurt us, it wouldn't go well. So you want us as friends, it's fine.
So, Faith, you said you do speak Sylvan.
I do, and I also have very high charisma. So I would like to repeat everything that was just said to them, in the hopes that they will listen and
Wait,
stop shooting at us.
In Sylvan,
Yes.
when you start speaking, they say, Sacred Sister, why are you helping these monsters?
Well, that's rude.
And I just look very confused. I look at my new friends. I look at them. What monsters?
That one is dipped in midnight and this creature of flames, and that one is harming our daughter, and that.
Yes, yes. go on.
We like that one and we don't know why.
Some of them are a bit weird and excitable, and yes, that one's quite beautiful. But they're quite all right, I do assure you.
Sacred Sister, save our baby. Please don't let them hurt her.
Would you please let the child go?
So I immediately no, yeah, I'm gonna
No witnesses.
no.
Yeah, how's this shaking out?
Yeah.
Well, I thought
I mean,
Tails.
but this is all simultaneous. So you hear Vaith ask you to let go as Tails appears.
I've Misty stepped to try to break the grapple
Okay,
because I can only break grapples with magic.
right.
It's weird that becoming a father has made you so violent towards other children.
Everything must die. No,
That's
No,
the
that, it
spirit.
makes perfect sense. I mean, less competition for your
So-
offspring out there.
Back here.
Thorn gets me. You understand?
Backhill, do you let the child go or do you hold on?
For the sake of the story, I let go.
Thank you.
I mean, hey, for the sake of the story, you'd hold on. But, that's the right thing to do is to let go.
There's some things I wanted to
Right.
do, but
So we're not killing them?
no.
not yet.
It's not necessary.
All right.
Keep your guard up, though.
I mean, I reserve the right to later, but not right now.
One of them looks at you and they lean in and they start to say something to each other that you can't quite make out. And they're like, you're the one. You're the one Harut told us about.
Thank you.
What are they saying?
What did they, yes, what did
When
they
you
say?
hear the name Harut, like an instant flash appears in your mind of this giant glowing blue man who's just beautiful. It is like it's gone just as fast as it's there. You're like, you know him, yeah. Oh, he is one of the higher ranking angels around this area. You know him to be a planetar in the kids' common parlance. But in
Who are these kids who talk like this?
The ones in the odd.
When I get that flash, do I like have any kind of feeling like I've upset this person, or is it anything like that? Like, do I get that feeling of guilt? Like, how do I feel about that?
You're like, it's still not quite there, but you're like, yeah, he's mad at you. That's what, and when she says it, and you're like, oh yeah, Harut, that voice, and you were like, no, Vaith, no, was his.
Gotcha.
Yike.
Right, so I'm just sitting there while they're talking in their little Barcelonian tongue, and she's having all kinds of revelations. So, what's going on?
Pieces are coming back together. I feel like I might have pissed off someone, probably, maybe a little bit tiny more powerful than I am. I'm not quite sure how, not quite sure why, but I get this really sinking feeling in my stomach, like a night after too much mead. It's just, that's right there. Just, I'm not quite sure. We should probably figure this out, because I feel like time ticking away is not really helping us in any manner of ways.
Right when you say we should figure it out because time ticking away isn't helping us, you all hear a thunderous voice come from all directions. It says, "You have some nerve coming back here, as if you don't know."
No.
We lost Vanity. I don't know if we lost everything, but there we are. Hello, welcome back.
Always vanity.
There's a vanity monitor?
Yeah, there we are. You're all beautiful. Yeah. Yes. See. You have some nerve, Vaith.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
Oh, yeah. We're good.
Who's this guy?
Not entirely
Who's in
certain
the
yet.
sky?
We'll find out.
I'm holding this urchin so no one tries to pull anything with distractions.
In the middle of the air, what looks like a little puff of cloud appears, and there's like lightning going through it. And it like expands outward, and it just explodes. And in the middle of it, again, is this 9-foot blue man, floating with wings, and a giant broadsword that is flaming, standing in the middle of the air. And you do know, right when you see him, you're like, that's Harut, that's him. That's the guy. And you still see, you see him like reaching, like, no, stop. And you like shake him off, and you pull an arrow back and fire, and there's an explosion. And you still can't remember, it's like, what? But very much like, he was like, don't do it, and I have to. And it's still not there, though.
Can I relate to them? I'm gonna relate to them like who he is to me, his name and like all that.
What do you tell them?
So this is Harut.
Hey, Harut, how's it going?
I believe he's slightly more powerful than me, judging by that embarrassing display.
I think we could take him.
I mean, that's a big sword, and if he does the sword throwing thing too,
Maybe we don't fight. Hi, big planet Mr. Root.
I'm
we
not
need to
scared,
take
but I
it?
don't like our
I would
chances.
like to find out if he knows things that I don't know, because I'm still.
It seems like you're in trouble. That's what I'm picking up from this.
Yes, I've got that too.
Great. So we've brought you home to your Madda, and we're good to go. Is it?
And get the magic items we were promised by Baloth.
Right.
Yes, let's all go back to the Black Pits. Once this fellow explains what's up with the portal.
I can't believe your gall, Vaith, that you would not only disobey me, but now bring these outsiders here on the day of the sacred hunt.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Well, happy Sacred Hunt Day. We'll be going. Can you close the portal so it doesn't mess up the Underdark?
I'd like to hear more about this sacred hunt and any possible rewards for participating in said hunt. Oh, no. Oh, it's you. Oh, okay.
I would like to hear
Do I
this as
know?
well.
You can try it.
I said, I would like to hear this as well. See, dear friend, I believe that you're mistaken. You're upset with me. I
Nature,
can't remember
religion.
anything.
22.
You do know, again, and some of the people that are, adherents to the Arborean faith who worship the god Solanor do participate in kind of ritual sacred hunts. Mm-hmm. So it stands to reason, like on the plane.
I feel like there's something I might know about too, because I'm super deep
These are
into
wood
all.
elves. Do you care? If it's a thing that Thorn would care about, I would say yes. You know, they are not darkish elves. They're very much like
Well, yeah, but I
nature
think anything sort of Sylvan or Fey adjacent.
It probably wasn't the thing that Thorn cares about, but something Willie Cheeseman.
Yeah, I think Willie Cheeseman was probably
Fanboy.
If
fanboy
if
for
you
it.
would say this counts as your jam, yes, you
Yeah.
also are aware that adherence. In fact,
All right.
you also know once you start thinking about it, that planetars and solars and angels would also, some of them would serve Solinar.
Okay.
Even though he's like a nature deity, they're angels. He's a good god, so it would make sense that they're here and they do this.
What's typically hunted?
Do you want to ask that?
What's typically hunted?
Don't say Genasi.
You've done well, Vaith. You've brought the prey. Attack.
Very welcome.
That's not, that is not that far out of your
Soul
wheelhouse,
checks
Dave.
out.
So
Let's be honest, if we had more time, yes, I would do that. But I'm not doing that today. The great beast must not be interfered with. They've already tried once and nearly ruined everything.
Whoa, whoa. Did someone say great beast? How great are we
What it
talking?
was.
Now, yes, again, you're like, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. You're like, you remember saying to him, you were like, it'll kill us all. You can't do this. You cannot do this. And Harut was like, yes, we can. And that was your argument. Yeah.
He was trying to capture it or kill it or.
You're like, you just remember, you're like, what he wants to do is wrong.
So I still don't know what that is.
But again, this great beast thing, you're like, I don't got it. But you're like, that's what you were arguing about.
Right. So there's a great beast and you hunt it, and you're mad at her for opening a portal, which seems a little silly to be mad at someone for that. Sounds like a mistake. Also, she doesn't remember it.
an honest mistake. Yeah.
Yes, and we're here because.
Well, now I'm hearing about this hunt thing. I feel like that's a win for everyone.
Right. Okay.
Well, but it
We're
was.
gods. Let's act like it.
It was because of Vakiel, and Vakiel, you have celestially kind of bits, so maybe it's related. Is
throw me
Vakiel
under the
related
bus.
to you? Hi, I'm Tails. This is Ed's.
He does come down, and again, his head is gargantuan, and he just looks at it. And he's
Squeak, squeak.
like, all creatures of nature are safe here. No harm will come to it.
There you go, baby. Everything's okay. Back in the house.
Hey, Harut, Baloth Baratil, good to see you. Yeah. Up. Listen, tell me about this great beast. I might be able to take it off your hands.
If I wanted it taken off my hands, I would have let Vaith kill it.
Oh,
So it's
I
a
see.
hunt, but you don't kill it.
It is for the sacred ones, for the adherents, for the faithful and the penitent to bring down the creature. It's not my fault if they're too weak to do it.
Seems like it's
Now you
exactly
remember.
your fault.
Now you remember everything. This hideous beast rampaging through the forest, smashing villages and uprooting trees. And the elves trying, shooting it with arrows and all sorts of like paladins and faithful warring with this beast. Their weapons are just bouncing off of it. It was killing people by the hundreds. And that was why you were like, I will destroy it. And he wouldn't let you. And you remember, you reached out and you grabbed something. It's like, it was a bow, but it wasn't your bow. And you drew it, and he was yelling, and then next thing you remember was with them.
So I've had a brief jogging of my memory. You're a madman.
Oh, great. Let's kill him.
You're an absolute madman, and your plan is never going to work. Tons and tons of civilians. How did you think? In what way was any of that okay? And in what way did you think I was going to let that thing live?
Mind your place. I don't answer to you. You answer to me. It's not my fault if they are too weak to complete the hunt. And when he says that, you all hear this thunderous growl. It's more felt than heard. Like, I don't want to shake the table and mess things up as I normally would, but it like echoes out through the trees. And the child grabs you even tighter, and the four of the adults like scramble for cover, and the one woman that shot you initially leaps across the tree and like scrambles up and is like takes her. And they like, you didn't notice this at the time, but there's like a bolt hole in the tree type thing. Like it like slides out and she like slides into the tree. Like you didn't notice it until like she does it. You're like,
Secret of
"Ah!"
memory.
Yeah. All minor illusion, even more camo over that. Get
Yeah.
them safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like a thunderous like.
I get it. You're a terrible, terrible person. who forces weaker beings to fight something large and nasty for fun, rather
That
like
sounds
Bailoff.
similar. That sounds actually, that's my MO. That is my MO.
I do believe she's got it.
And that's not.
I mean, don't
that's
knock it till
kind of
you tried it.
evil.
But this isn't for money or for sport, and no one signed up for it. You're just forcing lesser beings to fight something they can't fight. You've got a crazy dad too.
What? Not for money or sport. That's abominable.
That does seem a bit of a waste.
It's sacred.
All right, sounds like shite though. So here's what we're gonna do. We'll either kill or capture the beast,
Yeah.
give it to Bailoff, and leave.
Fill it to Bailoff and leave.
I really feel like this thing should probably die.
Yeah.
I tried to kill it before. I could not do it on my own, but I really feel like this thing, no offense, I really feel like it's not really particularly safe.
Is it a living creature?
Let's find out.
Right.
All right, I'm willing to deal. You
If it
know,
bleeds, it
if I
dies.
can't have this beast, a star attraction in the pits would be a plucked planetar.
Your thing is hooked on your. Yeah.
And I mean, even if we have to be a bit messy and kill it, maybe it's pelt.
While you all are
Yeah.
debating, you hear
From where?
everywhere. Sorry.
Find this thing.
Catch the
How do we
beast.
find it? How do we find it? How do we find it?
Several of you can fly. Would you like to fly up above the tree line?
Yes, that sounds wise. What is Harut doing during all of this?
Standing there mean mugging, but he makes no overtly aggressive action towards any of you.
Maybe we ought to take him out before he becomes a problem.
We come for him. This could kill other people in the meantime. Let's find this beast and kill it now. Let's go.
I'm gonna go ahead and take my genie form and merge with my Gen Vizier. Just for funsies.
It's fine.
So
Whoa.
flaming wings appear out of me and I become entirely covered in fire and a little bit edgy.
So edgy.
And what are you going to do, Vay?
I'm going to fly up, I'm going to lift off of the ground, and I'm going to mean mug him the entire time, and I'm going to follow suit with them to go find this creature. And I look at him and I go, I'll be back for you.
You lower yourself with these mortals.
Never.
As you all fly up above the tree line in your various ways, you couldn't see it from the ground, again, because the denseness of the forest, but you do see a gargantuan form raise up out of the forest, and all around it is just a swath of devastation. There was no way for you to see it before now, where it is like big chunks of forest have just been completely demolished.
Oh great,
It's-
then I won't be the one destroying the forest.
It's not that, at least not that forest, yes. It has like rows of armored plates on it and horns that stick out the side and just like cruel eyes that kind of look in different directions like a chameleon. All of you can make nature checks. You can make whatever would help you identify whatever you're good
I have
at.
divine sense. It's only like a 60-foot range, though. I don't know.
Yeah, it's big enough.
I rolled a nat 20 and that
You
gives
do.
me a 27.
With your natural 20, that is a Tarask.
It's a Tarask.
Oh, I was just discussing this the other day. The Tarask. Oh, okay, we've got to bring this boy down.
All right. What do I know about the Tarask's defenses, physical defenses?
Well, I was going to say with a natural 20, normally I would be like, you can separate myth from reality, but with a 20, you absolutely can. You know, its armor is not just thick, it is also reflective. So things like beams and arrows and things, especially spells, are just as likely to bounce back at you
What
as
about
do anything.
fire?
Normally, fire is not necessarily that effective against it, but you know you have a different brand of fire that you use to motivate things.
Also,
But-
if those are fire resistant, they're not anymore when I.
That's what I'm saying. Like you have a way, yes. But you do know this is a uniquely terrible and dangerous creature. This is about as powerful as things get. But you also know it's not necessarily evil. It just does things. It just destroys. There's no malice at all.
Have you figured out if it's got any sort of weak spot or
You
anything?
also know it should not be here.
So I know a couple of things. First off, this is not a natural habitat for this creature. Someone brought it here. Secondly, it does no weak spots are not really its thing. Spells are just as likely to bounce back on us, so be aware of that. Also, it's not malicious. It just likes destroying things. I think it might enjoy your
I can
pits.
relate.
Yes. I think it's best, and for the benefit of this beast, if it comes with me to the Black Pits.
Can we just banish it?
You can ask
to the
it that.
pits?
Is that how banishment works?
Well, I mean, I just
Having never been banished, I wouldn't know.
Well, it's not from this plane, is it? Or is it?
Theoretically,
No,
banishment
definitely
should
not.
return it to its home plane. I don't know that you can banish it to like a specific locale on another plane, but maybe.
I mean,
You guys are
I
powerful.
It
can.
says you can attempt to send one creature that you can see within range to another plane of existence.
It's like a harmless demi-plane.
But it'll come back in like a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what I brought
No,
with
yeah,
me
it
in
returns
that
back to its home
respect.
plane.
Well,
It
hold
goes
on.
back to its home plane.
Oh,
like-
then
if
you'll
like a
just drop
fiend or-
it. Then you'll just drop it somewhere in the prime material plane, and it will ravage that, which is also not good.
Well, it'll return if it's native to a different plane of existence than the one you're on. The target's banished and then goes to its home plane.
Right, the prime material, which could be anywhere. It could be in the middle of a Leibniz. We can't do it.
What if we do the old double whammy? A banishment enhanced by a wish spell that funnels it directly into the Black Pits.
Yeah.
I mean, I had thought of that, but I wasn't going to say it.
Do you have a pit capable of
Oh,
holding a
yes.
gargantuan creature?
Oh, yes, gargantuan, yes. I've got all sizes of stasis fields. Yes. And I have a wish spell at my fingertips if someone's got a banishment ready.
While they're debating this, again, you see this thing just smashing forests and like knocking things down, and you can make out there's villages and structures in those trees. And it's just like knocking things with its tail and swiping things with its claws.
Look at him go!
I have plane shift.
I become absolutely heartbroken and just watching the devastation because I've been fighting against it for so long with this, and that was why I went down to begin with, that I'm just kind of standing there just like absolutely devastated and crying.
Does that work with the same banishment?
You all do
I have-
what you
I have
wish,
banishment.
put it where you want,
I have
just
the spell.
please make this stop.
Oh, we'll get it out of here, too.
You do know, and you are 100% clear, this is exactly what you were trying to avoid. You knew this was going to happen.
Okay.
So many ports.
Until we figure this out, could the Tarask please make a charisma saving throw?
I like where this is headed. You know the funny thing? It's not I don't know why. It's not terribly uncharismatic. You know what I mean? It's like there's a nice
It's got a real
luster to its
presence, a real
scales.
presence.
You know,
Right,
you're like,
the intimidation
you're like-
roll, scary monster thing.
Yeah. All right, so what
19
are you
is the
trying?
number to beat?
What are you trying to accomplish?
Force cage.
Or is it because it's immune to like a truckload of things? So what are you trying?
I'm putting it in a box.
Okay.
So it's not directly being a thing, but it is now inside of a cage that it don't break out of.
That feels
Your
handled
cage
to me.
appears. Your cage appears around it, and it does look around and it shatters, and it shouldn't shatter. You're like, that doesn't shatter. By definition, it's the cage that does not shatter, and yet it shattered.
Can I make it an Arcana check against fuckery?
You can.
Thank you.
Can I fly towards
32.
into its eye line and try to just basically kind of get its attention?
You can.
Yeah.
You've heard, you didn't believe it at the time, but you've heard one of the things this creature's capable of is if it doesn't want something to work, it just doesn't.
Would that extend to banishment, I wonder?
It's a thing.
I'm gonna go ahead and Eldritch Blast it just to see if that does anything.
I will say with your natural 20, you can try it, but you do know that is
No,
exactly the sort of thing that's just as likely to come right back at you.
That's
I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying, well, specifically because it was a natural 20. You know, it's anything that's like a direct, like a beam. In game parlance, if you have to roll an attack roll, like more ambient effects don't reflect.
Okay.
Because you did have a natural 20, I tell you these, yeah.
You don't roll an attack roll for Eldritch Blast. You just do it.
Yeah, you
No.
do.
No, you
rolled
rolled the
it.
hit.
You
You rolled
There
the
is
hit.
an attack. Yeah, there is an
What do
attack
we
roll.
do?
So-
It literally can't get out of that
thing that it just got out
Well, it
of?
clearly just did.
Thorn, you said you go and get in its eyes?
Oh yeah, I'm
Don't.
flying out with my weapon and my shield. Just, I mean, I'm trying to
what's-
keep a decent distance from it, but I want to.
What's-
I want it to see me.
What is your what's your AC?
23.
It moves impossibly fast. It shouldn't have been able to do it. Like you like one of its chameleon like eyes looks at you and you're like, "Wah!" And it's like
All right.
and boom, like all the way down to the ground.
Ooh.
Yeah, like you guys see Thorn go just like careening down through the trees. 28
Oh,
points of damage.
28.
Yeah, but again, like again that shouldn't be possible. It's like a 747, but it's like in a flash. It was on him.
I'm gonna call Frank
Okay.
just real quick, just to go talk to him. And so Frank's just basically gonna fly around his head, and then get in his little brain, and just be like, "Hey, could you just stop for a second?"
Are you persuasion or intimidation? Like what's your goal?
Persuasion.
Like I mean, are you trying to sweet talk it or mean talk it? I guess is what I'm
I'm just trying to talk to. I'm not trying to mean talk. I'm just trying to
give me a roll here.
because you had
All right.
said it was.
I did.
Not
Vakiel, what are
malicious.
you doing?
17.
I think I'm going to use banishment.
And Bailoth, what are you going to be doing?
If he's preparing banishment, I'm going to back him up with the wish. But can I summon Najim?
You can.
Very well.
So, Alnar, when Frank lands on his head, you know, it's, and you kind of like make contact with its mind, it's calm. It's not angry. It's not mad, you know? It's just, but it's almost like just pure momentum.
It's a force of nature.
Right. But can I just try to be like, stop, please stop.
It doesn't really react. Yeah.
Right. Cool.
But it's almost like if its mind was like a flowing creek.
Yeah. Go tell the ocean.
Yeah. It's just a force of nature. And
Right.
Base, what are you doing?
I am trying to figure out what to do. Do I know that like have you relayed
Elna.
any of that information to me?
I said it all out loud.
Okay, cool. So I'm trying to figure out how to not fire at it. Obviously, I did that the first time. That's how we got here. So let's not repeat that.
In fact, when you're weighing this, you remember, you look down and in your hands, you just remember holding this like brilliantly like inlaid wooden bow that was like scintillating with different colors of wood, like it was turning to different types of wood in your hand. And you pulled it back and this giant golden arrow appeared and flew towards it, and that is exactly what happened.
And this is
Smashed
not my bow?
No, it's not your bow. It is not your bow.
Do I recognize anything about the bow?
You do. You see that is the sacred bow of Solanor himself, the actual god's bow. You shot this thing with.
I want that bow.
And it bounced off and punched a hole in reality. And in the ensuing explosion, basically knocked you through to the prime material plane.
Wow.
I'm quite at a
Now
loss,
it's our
friends.
problem.
I mean, we can't reason with it, can we?
Elnar,
Do you tell us about the bow?
Yes, I'm going to relay all of that back to them.
Yeah.
Then maybe we need this bow. Because
But the bow didn't work.
It did, yes,
yeah,
it did
the
not
bow
work.
got us into
neither
this
do
mess.
the spells.
Right.
Does my book say anything about how to nope a Tarask?
You can give me a knowledge check.
1,000,000.
Right.
29.
Not that I
you-
couldn't take it, but if he stomps on me again, we might have a problem.
You basically know it does not have these infinite get out of jail free cards. Like there is a limit to how many things it can just will itself to resist.
Yeah.
But it can will itself to resist things.
Legendarily.
Like it legendarily can choose to nope out of things.
Yeah.
Where you're like, here's a thing you can't stop, but I can though.
I think we need at least 3 more things it can't stop, and 2 of those things won't stop it, and then the third thing will stop it.
Then we should start burning it down.
Yeah.
If
Yes.
only.
Alnar. Or, sorry, not Alnar. Vaith. When you think about the bow,
It made
would you
sense, though.
like the bow again? Do you want the bow or do you not want the bow?
Do we want the bow?
Yes.
Yes, I would like the bow.
You want the bow?
Yes.
While you're, so again, you are quite aware of the fact that you shot it and it bounced off and punched a hole in reality. But while you're sitting there thinking about it, a like wind blows up and like leaves kind of swirl around you, and you hear a voice in your ear just say, "It wasn't your fault." And the bow does appear in your hand. In the moment it does appear in your hand, you hear Harut say, "You're not worthy of such a thing. It absolutely was your fault."
I'd like to draw my bow and take the first shot right at him.
Yeah.
At
He's
Harut?
like, "How dare you!" Roll. Okay. All right. And what are you all doing while she's rolling in?
I'm casting banishment with the combo
14.
spell.
which
We might
bit?
want to hold off and
Alright.
wear him down first.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like a
The
Pokemon.
arrow flies. So he comes up with his sword, and the arrow goes through one of his wings and staples him to the tree. He's like, "Ah," and he reaches and pulls, but it won't come out.
Wow. That bow won't kill that.
He's like,
Wow.
specifically, it bounced off it.
Now, we don't have an initiative order.
We can go ahead and roll it now.
Rolling for
Yeah.
initiative.
I feel like we were doing pretty good. Just off
I
the
better say,
fly.
since we don't have
I was
lots of
gonna
time, I'm just like scattershotting it here. Right.
Oh, Tails.
Did anybody get over 20?
No.
I
Okay.
got
Anybody over 15?
17. Yeah.
Okay.
I have 15 exactly.
Okay. All right. What was that? Is Alnar roll to disbelieve?
7.
Got it. All right, Vakiel. So what are you going to do?
I'm first. I didn't know that. I want to cast Ensnaring Strike, actually.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no, Hunter's Mark, my bad.
Okay.
Hunter's Mark on said Terrarask.
Is Hunter's Mark a bonus action?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
What
still got
number
some
does he
attacks.
need to beat
So-
to resist it?
What was that?
What number does he have a save?
No.
If he's got a save, he made it. If he doesn't, then
No, just,
You just pick it.
okay.
like you.
Right.
You gonna die.
He's like,
No, he doesn't do that. Taras doesn't do that, Dave.
I hope
I
so.
refuse to accept this.
Yes, and.
It doesn't have a neck. It doesn't have a neck.
that's
for
true.
some
It
reason.
is.
Reminds me like when the Ninjatrols fight
Right.
that big monster thing. I
Okay.
don't know.
And what are you? What's
That's
Balov
not
going to do?
So Najim has appeared at this
Yeah.
Yes,
point.
he has. He has.
Najim, sick him on Harut.
Okay.
And I assume I can attack as well. Yeah?
Yes. So you're attacking Harut and not the.
I'm
not
going
the
to assist in the taking down of Harut, just so
Okay.
he doesn't bother us.
Okay.
Let's see, what's going to be good for him?
You have seen what she's capable of, and you are aware he should be capable of more. That is
This is
Yeah.
true. This
a
is
fair
true.
assessment.
That's maths. That's real maths. Is that next?
I'm going
All
to
right.
assume.
What is Thorn going to do?
Oh,
I mean, you-
it's not.
Oh, so yeah, I'm going to assume he is resistant to like radiant and whatnot, but hopefully, we're not close enough to him that we'd be caught within the radius of a fireball, would we?
No, but many trees would.
All right, I'll be good.
I'm like, that's
I'll be
not
good.
necessarily your problem. You are evil.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I mean,
It's
but-
It's so not your
But
problem.
why cause a big hubbub?
Little lizard
Let's
would be
just
so
go
unhappy.
with, I think, chain lightning.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, chain
feel
lightning.
free to roll all the dice.
Yep,
if you
yep,
want.
yep.
This will be 10d8 for him.
Okay. And what are you going to do, Thorn Nightshade?
I'm only 6.
I'm just still getting what everybody's going to do.
Okay, I am going to use a quicken spell to try to hold monster on it.
The Tarask or the.
Tarask.
Okay.
Tarask. And then if that works, I'm going to try to give it two big smites.
Okay. All right. And what is Alnar going to do?
I'm going to get a little closer and basically start Eldritch blasting the creature, but have my wings out so in case they come back, I take them.
Okay. All right. Everybody can start rolling your various things.
You know, actually, I
And-
realize chain lightning's a bit of a waste.
Okay.
Because there's only one of them.
Right.
So, fireball.
Okay. Vaith. So you are standing there again. He is stapled to the tree. The Tarask is there, the bow in hand. What would you like to do?
This bounces back. This will really.
I also just got super hardcore deja vu. That's weird.
I would like to take that bow I would like to shoot it at that giant creature.
Okay, all right. So all of you can make your rolls. So I'll go this way now. So what is Tails doing?
Dexterity saving throw?
To
Five
against what?
more.
19.
But I mean to
Oh,
against what?
this is,
It's got a lot of oddly specific resists.
yep. This is going to hit if it doesn't work. Please don't bounce, please don't bounce, please don't bounce. Disintegrate.
Roll. Oh, okay. Dex. D2. He did not make the save. Roll a d6.
I. Do I have to make the save, or does it just?
It comes right back at you.
Ouch!
So whatever damage that was is done to you.
Do I do the save though?
No.
Awesome.
Wait. Save. Yes, you do. It is like a new spell. I'm just using this because so I don't have to do
totally.
it again. It's like a new spell.
Aha! I think that's probably not going to. Yeah, I think.
Right. Disintegrate?
Yeah.
So you all see Tails boom,
I don't
bing, straight back, bang, and punch a hole clean through their shoulder. Like you can see all the way through to see Woods on the other side. And
That didn't go well.
I'm gonna cast Illustrator Dragon as a bonus action. Ouch.
yeah. Does-
So it makes a Wisdom versus fear.
Yep. Oh, it. So the dragon appears, yes, and the Tarrasque looks at it and just like bats at it, basically.
It's an illusion. It's swiping
Yeah.
through nothing. I think it probably gets the
Yeah.
attack the
You take
first round as well.
this many points.
Oh
of
yeah,
damage.
no, I'm already there.
Yeah. Okay.
I think. Let's see. And then also an in save.
Okay. All right. And Bailoff.
Very well. Say, this will be a dexterity 21 save for him.
For Harut.
For Harut.
Okay.
The damage is this. 11, 16, 18.
And Vakiel, so are you going to try your banishment or no?
I'm gonna wait till it's wore down.
Actually, I'm going to call a slight audible, Bailoff. In the interest of time, maybe do prepare to try your banishment wish combo here.
Oh, yes?
Because we're almost out of time.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
very
should
well.
we triple wish?
Yeah.
Double wish?
Double wish?
I mean,
Double wish?
I'm trying to soften it up a bit first. If you
Yes.
want to jump to me next.
It's
I
only,
wish
yeah.
it
yeah.
I was
doesn't
also-
get softer.
Please, okay, sure.
Well, I was going to say, because the Eldritch Blast is 4 separate attacks.
Just roll them.
Right.
So I already did.
And then roll 4d6.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
4 separate
The bounce
d6s,
backs.
like, to see where it bounces.
It
They
waits.
hit.
All right. So it's my. Do you want to? I rolled everything.
But it's whether or not it hurts it is secondary to whether or not it hurts you. So just roll 4 different d6.
Okay.
No, I mean, it hasn't hurt you yet. I just need to know were any of them 6s.
No.
All right, is your blast go off? Just boom, 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 punching big giant holes in
Well,
woods.
no. That's what I was trying. I was trying to catch them all as well.
No, but none of them came at you. They just went all over the place.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. There's a chance that it comes at you, and there's a chance that it goes other places.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Question, did that fireball go off and hit Harut, or are we saying perhaps it's best to save the...
We can say you fireballed him.
Very well.
Yeah.
So, and then
He is
we'll be-
spitting and cursing, stapled to the tree.
So he took a total of 48 points of damage, assuming he did not make a save.
Actually, he starts cursing in Infernal, which is odd. You're like, why do you even, like, you shouldn't know that.
does
but
he
yeah.
say?
Right. Oh, just assorted bad things that he's going to do to his scrawny midnight dipped corpse.
I understand half of them. I didn't read those books.
Right, exactly. Yes. And Thorn Nightshade is doing what?
You need to make a Wisdom save. 18 is my DC.
But against what? Because again, he's got some very specific resists.
It's
Just
hold
don't-
monster.
Just don't work on him. Okay? He needs to beat a what, sorry?
18.
Same thing. He stops for a second and
Just chooses to shrug it off.
comes out of it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I still have my 2 attacks then. They wouldn't. So I got to roll to see if I hit with them.
Yep.
First one is a 16 plus 12, 28,
That is enough to hit him.
and the second one is higher. So both hit, and the full amount of the smites is. I rolled 45 for one and 36 for the other. I'm dumping full spell slot to do 5d8 plus my bonus.
What was your hit, sorry?
To hit, The second
I
one.
had the Planetar up, not the Trask.
28, I believe.
28 was one, and then the other one was 19 plus 12, so
Oh, then-
31.
Yeah, okay, they both still hit.
So 45 damage plus 36 damage.
Okay.
So
And
that's
this is at the Trask,
yeah.
and they hit.
Yes.
I hit it twice.
When
My hold monster didn't go off, but I still hit it twice.
when you do that, it's a kaboom, kaboom, and explosions go off
Yeah.
of your smite. And again, it immediately, faster than it should be able to, goes,
Okay,
It
that's
bites
really
you.
bad. That's really bad.
and it does bite you for
I'm getting eaten.
36
today.
points of damage.
How much?
36.
36?
And
Okay.
give me a either athletics or acrobatics check to see if he grapples you with his mouth.
When
Whichever's higher.
Bakil said you were a snack, this isn't what he meant.
Okay, that's a 9 for Thorn Nightshade.
You are trapped in its mouth. You all see, like, Thorn's like, ah!
If only I wasn't so delicious.
Yeah.
It's dark in there.
What would you like to do, Vaith?
It's true.
I'd like to take a shot with that bow at it.
Okay, roll it.
Is it the same mechanics as mine? Is it the same as my bow? Same stats
Yeah.
as my bow? Okay.
With various plot powers. Yeah. But roll the hit first. Yep.
So
It's not good. Well, no. Saving would be 17.
Roll a d6.
No, just one.
Just one.
5.
5. Thing. Phew, just like arcs off into the distance. Just bounces right off of it. Like crackles and flies away. Yes. Vakiel and Baloth. Are you all in Tails? Are you all going to triple witch banish?
yes, but I want to use.
Wait, how many times has it shrugged something off?
I
You've
think
witnessed it twice.
We can't.
I think it's
But
got
there's-
one more.
There's no save associated
I hit it
with
twice though.
But it
Also,
but
a double
it's-
wish means it
saves.
can do one
Okay, saves, not.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Baloth, yes, your instinct is correct based
Yes.
on your voluminous experience with creatures.
Yes,
You-
yes. We need to take this guy down one more. Give him
witnessed
one more
it
shrug off
happen
before we
twice.
try our end game.
Also, he's got someone in his mouth that we shouldn't banish.
About that,
Yes.
I would like to. I would like to Misty Step to save Thorn.
Into the jaws of the beast for me?
You do, in fact, Misty step in and see Thorn Nightshade pinned against his tongue there against the side of his teeth. Like,
I want to grab him and then
Yeah.
Etherealness step out of it.
the best
All right.
kind. Sure enough, you do Misty step him out, yes.
Vakiel, take me away.
So the Planetar has been hit with the God Arrow.
Yes.
He's been hit with a 8th level fireball spell,
Yes.
so he's a little softened up. And then
Yes.
Najim has been sicked on him.
Yes.
So he's currently occupied.
Yes.
All right. And has he taken damage from Najim?
Yes. I mean, although when Najim gets close, he is swinging back at him with his sword. So he's pinned to the tree through, like the arrow through his wing, but he is like still
and
fighting. Yes.
keep in mind, Najim is a Jinn noble. So he's more powerful than the average Jinn and smarter than the average bear. And I
That's not a high bar to
believe,
clear.
I believe he should be softened up because I did 48 points of damage to him alone. So I believe he should be softened up enough for a power word stun.
You gonna lay it on him?
I'm going to lay it on him.
All right, go for it.
Very well.
How stunning is Baloth? Let's find out.
Let us find out how.
And what number does he
Just
need
glad I
to,
could
for his
you
save?
before,
Power word stun. He does not get a
before you
save.
banished.
If he currently has less than 150 hit points, he is stunned.
He is.
There we are.
He looks at you and says, "I'm just stunned.
Yes.
I'm just stunned."
Can I
All right,
set him
Najim,
on fire
finish
now?
him. And to Najim, I give the finish him.
Although when he takes damage, doesn't the stun break?
Hold on one second.
We'll come back to that. What is Elnar doing? Oh, Elnar was shooting.
I was going to shoot it at. Well, no, I already shot.
Yeah, you already shot.
But I was going to shoot now at the Planetar.
So everybody's turning on Harut. Got it?
For your information, he basically gets to make a Constitution saving throw at the end of each of his turns. On a successful save, he can end it.
Got
He does not say anything about it ending if he's attacked.
Everybody's beating on him.
And Najim as well.
I have a question about where
Yes.
I'm standing. Am I closer to the Planetar or to the creature?
At the time, you just flew straight up, but you're flying, and the Trask is gargantuan, so you can be relative to whichever one you want. You can be closer to the Planetar, or you can be closer to the Trask.
I would like to be closer to the Planetar, and I would like to use a legendary action.
Okay. What would you like to do?
I would like to use the solar flare and melt his face off.
All right. When you do this, sure enough, like while you're cackling and the James beating on him and everything, Vaith turns and emits this like blinding, scalding light, which he like puts his hands up. It's like, you can't burn me with my eye! And he does just like disintegrate.
You did burn him with his eye.
He's very welcome.
Well done. That was great.
Oh, so he's gone now.
He's gone.
Great.
Seems pretty.
Back to the.
So, again, you know, now in the midst of all of this, if it hasn't been made clear before, you are 100% aware. Harut brought this thing here for the hunt, and it got loose. And you knew this was going to happen and tried to stop it and couldn't. And now we're here.
And now everyone's sad.
Yes.
And I'm covered
All right.
in Tarrasque's
So-
And I
alive.
relay that to them.
Dibs on his sword.
What are you
Anyone?
all going to
want the
do
sword?
to try and finish the Tarrasque?
Oh, banish.
You're going to banish.
Oh, all right.
I mean,
Well,
yeah,
though
so Harut was the only thing that prevented me gating the Tarask through. A planar ruler can stop a gate, but with Harut gone, I can cast gate.
Get
Again.
it.
To Baloth's point, theoretically, if what you know is true, it may or may not be. But you're familiar.
I'm pretty sure.
with creatures.
Things that can do this seem to do it 3 times.
Yes.
Which will wear it down if nothing else, but also there's no save with gate.
Okay.
So there is at least that.
And
I
we've
mean,
got our banishment double wish combo as the backup
well, we
plan.
have one or the other.
Yes,
I
all
can't
right.
do gate and a wish.
Oh, well then maybe
You open the gate, and then you wish it
and then
through,
all
it
right.
through the gate.
Yeah.
All right, let's try that. And the banishment wish will be our backup.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are going to open a gate,
I'm going to cast gate, yes.
and
Which,
describe to me what it
should-
looks like.
It looks like the door to the gate of Elebnis.
Giant doors swing open, large enough to accommodate a gargantuan Tarrasque. Do you open them over the black pit?
Yes.
I describe exactly where it needs to go in the
Precise
black pit.
location.
Yes.
location.
And it opens up, and you do see this swirling mass of one of your pits on the other side. And the creature just looks at the gate and just like looks back at you all. Again, blank, no anger on its face. you
Yeah.
know? Like it's like, and what would you like to do, Baloth?
I'll hold my action then. I'll see if this succeeds. Oh, no, the gate has opened.
Gate's
Do I
open.
need to
Does
wish
it-
it?
Unless it resists, it should be pulled through.
I mean,
I
it's
mean,
going
not
to.
that it, like, mechanically, but
Right.
like,
Yeah, but there's no
narratively
save?
it could, no, there's no save. It just gets pulled through.
Right. It does start sliding through, but one of its giant clawed hands like reaches into the
I
ground.
thought as much.
Yeah.
Very
Can
well.
I run
So
up to one of the
gate-
hands and try to start
You're like,
messing it up? Fuck
Yeah,
you, take the
So
other
I'm
one.
going to
Take the
hold
other
my
hand.
I'm gonna
action
go the other one.
until the
Stab
banishment
it.
spell has been cast.
Okay. So are you gonna try and hit it with
We're gonna
banishment?
stab both hands, or
We're on
gonna
one
stab
hand
both
each,
hands
just-
separately.
So you notice they're going the low-tech way. As you're chipping away at it,
That wasn't
again,
the
it's like
plan.
it's made out of titanium. Like I mean, it's like. Tink,
I'm gonna
tink,
keep
tink,
going
tink,
like I'm
tink,
doing
tink,
something.
tink. Yep, they're not following the plan at all.
So as I'm loading the solar sword into my bag of holding, I'm just like, that wasn't the plan. That
Help
was
me
not the
finish.
plan.
Push it
I
through
need
the
you
gate. Push it through the gate.
I can't just use the wish. I need the banishment to back it up.
All right, I'm gonna take a little bag of dookie, and you need something distasteful to the target, and throw it right like on the lip of this Saserax, and then be like, yeah, whatever, you're banished. Sekurum.
And it does slide up and through the portal.
I don't even need to. Oh, and I'm using the wish spell, to which I held
Well.
my action for.
Hold on. The gate closes and the Tarrasque disappeared, but the sundering of reality is still very much there.
Oh, I see.
From the original portal.
The original, the way you guys got here. That damage is still there. So if you would like to use your wish to repair that, you could.
I think it's good.
Now the Tarrasque has been sent to the Black Pits.
The Tarrasque has
and
disappeared through
it's
the
in the
gate, yes.
stasis field at the Black Pits.
And of course, you will pay us handsomely for helping.
Oh,
you get
yes. Oh, my gosh. The Tarrasque. I can't wait to see the poster. Very well. All right. Look at my magnificent munificence. I, Baloth the Entertainer, savior of all reality, wish this portal closed.
And sure enough, it just like slides over like it was never there. And then fireworks go off with Balot's picture over it. And vanish.
I tug
no
on
one likes a
Arnaud's
show off.
sleeve.
How soothing.
Could you take us home then, since the door closed?
Everyone hold hands. I'm
I'm
assuming
already
you're staying. Great.
Oh, you're.
But before you all go, I would like to tell you very much thank you. I could not have done any of this without you, and I really do appreciate you. And feel free to come back anytime.
That bow, actually. Speaking of something you can do,
This bow is very precious to me.
can I borrow it?
Sometimes goodness is its own reward.
Maybe. You are one of us, a celestial being. At some point in time, perhaps when you need it, maybe it will be there for you too.
Alright, I'm
While
gonna
you
probably
all are
steal this
talking right
bow.
there, you see on a branch nearby a very lean and muscular looking elf with like a cloud made out of cloak made out of leaves.
I wanna date
but
him.
the leaves keep like flowing the entire time, and you recognize him instantly as Solinar himself.
And then I look back at you and go, or you can just ask him.
Can I have your bow? Who are you again? I'm back, yo. Hi. Nice to meet you. I don't know if you
Ixnay
saw.
on the odd gay.
I wasn't saying anything. You just calm down over there.
He looks at you and he goes, Vakiel, I know you. I know all Farstriders. You all have done a great thing today. Success in the hunt.
He knows.
You especially, my child. This isn't what I wanted, but by your actions, it's been brought to a peaceful conclusion. Yes, you all are welcome to exit back to wherever it is you go. But no, you have my blessing to return here at any time and my thanks.
And your bow?
And on that, I hold everyone's hand
All right.
and we disappear
Bye.
to a magic castle in the clouds.
That will
was
do
this
it for
close.
us. Thank you all. Again, we are the Uncommon Trust. I know we ran over a little bit, so let's give the super quick recap. I am B. Dave Walters.
I'm Sam Blev.
Alchem Gersh.
I'm D'Artagnan Metaliano.
I'm Ash Minnick.
I'm Mark Meir, aka Baloth Baratil, proud owner of the Tarask.
That's lore. That's canon.
That's canon now.
That's
That's
canon
canon. That happened.
And I'm melee damage.
Thank you all for watching. Enjoy the rest of D&D Live 2019.